Chapter 3. Stella's penguin algorithms became an obsession. They were her link to something alive and enduring, even if they would be running in the freezing isolation of Antarctica. While her own life grew increasingly solitary, the digital collection of penguins she was building brought an unexpected sense of connection, a tether that kept her grounded in her small, quiet house on the edge of a field. Stella had always been a puzzle solver, the kind of person who found comfort and order in numbers. With a math degree and a knack for technology, she'd carved out a solid career in high tech, working her way up in the fast-paced Boston tech scene. Along the way, she'd married once, though that had ended badly. Since then, Stella guarded her privacy with a ferocity that few truly understood. Seeking a fresh start and some distance, she'd moved from the pulsing city to rural Massachusetts. The historied farmlands and quiet fields offered her a peace she hadn't known during her marriage. Still, she hadn't anticipated just how quiet could be. Her new life was isolated, not only by location, but by the absence of social connections. Yet as a natural introvert, she found herself adapting. Work was virtual, and her pup projects became her children. Stella didn't just want to count penguins. She wanted to know who each one was. Each penguin gained its own digital identity, mapped and stored in her algorithm, which tracked their distinctive markings and movements. She even programmed the system to use names from the Hunger Games, automatically assigning each penguin a name as they were detected. As her algorithms improved, she began to run them against past footage from Antarctic expeditions, slowly bringing each penguin into her digital family. Stella could hardly contain her excitement. The video was no longer just a mass of indistinguishable creatures on the ice. They were Katniss, Peeta, Effie, and Hamish, waddling across the Antarctic plains with purpose and personality. Stella's face lit up every time she saw the system in action, the little penguins flitting across her screen, their names flashing above their heads, populating her database. Stella uploaded more and more video footage, adding to the test data. Each new penguin was detected, named, and inserted into the database. She optimized the algorithm, and it became even faster, taking only milliseconds to detect and categorize the sweet tuxedoed critters. The software did exactly what she wanted: a unique ID for easy correlation of the penguins across different data sets, correct identification of the species, and a date time stamp to know the exact moment of detection, exact location, and names. Glorious names. In her mild obsession with the project, Stella had watched one too many documentaries about penguins. She knew there were about 12 million penguins in Antarctica at any one time, and not just the same 12 million that can be identified, named, and then left to their own devices. Imagine, if you will, that you are a fuzzy, adorable creature with no real defense system other than your sweet, dark eyes and webbed feet. You must gather your food from the treacherous waters, which are home to none other than your mortal enemies. Seals, sea lions, sharks, and giant birds all seem to find you tasty. Sure, you could live up to 20 years, but it's unlikely. Less than 1 in 5 chicks survive to age 1. So the naming, well, that needed work. Stella needed a way to make tens of millions of names that connected with people around the world. No one would fall in love with Cornelius.451. With just under 100 characters from the Hunger Games, Stella needed a more scalable method to name her penguins.